First of all, I want to talk about the trifecta. The trifecta that we pulled off this year, just to make sure everybody understands that. First of all, we have the Kansas City Chiefs, just as recent. How about that? 2 weeks ago in my office, we had the Stanley Cup in my office, the St. Louis Blues. How about that? And then to finish the trifecta, the Missouri State Chamber getting the Chamber of the Year. How about that? I love to go around and brag around the state about the unemployment rate being 3.1. You know, that's a great number to have. The African American unemployment rate in 2015 was a little over 10%. Today it's at 5.5, almost cut in half. That means people are going back to work, and the good thing about it, they're less dependent on government, which is one thing I like to see. But those numbers, as much as I like to talk about them, they come with some very real challenges. Where do you go find good employees? You know, we're trying to train people up with those 42,000 people out there in training right now. And I've never seen anything like it before, where the private sector's come in and saying, this is what we need out of students. This is the criteria we need. And all of a sudden, the education community is starting to listen to that. And we in government are starting to listen to that. Really want to stay focused on the workforce development, on the infrastructure pieces. We really want to get something done on the tort reform that we've done in the state. I know we had some tort reform up in the Senate last night. That tort reform issues are big deals to this state. They're huge. And it's one thing I hear all the time is about how that needs to be corrected here in our state. And I want to do everything we can to do this. I think the other thing is just trying to stay focused on what you guys' priorities are and making sure we're lined up. The governor's office is lined up with what you guys are trying to do. And there will be some differences at some point, I'm sure, that we won't line up on. But I'm going to tell you, I tell people all the time, 99% of the time, I guarantee with the chamber, and my entire career, I guarantee I've lined up with you guys the majority of the time on some things. And it's because we're on the right path to the future of this state. It is an honor to be your governor of the state of Missouri, and I couldn't be more proud or humbled to serve in that capacity. So thank you very much.
Thank you.